Hey guys, I'm Duncan Wilson.
And I'm Sasha Syed, and you're listening to the Mortgage Sweet Spot Podcast, proudly presented to you by Mortgage Suite.
This podcast is your go-to source for expert insights, innovative strategies, and the latest mortgage trends to help you make the most informed decision regarding your mortgage financing. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, a seasoned real estate investor, or maybe somewhere in between, you've come to the right spot.
So sit back, relax, and get ready to discover your mortgage sweet spot.
Hey guys, borrowers out there in the lovely province of Ontario.
Borrowers.
Yeah, we're here to talk about equity today.
Equity, yes. Equity.
Your
Excellent
home's
topic.
equity, how you can access that equity, and how you can continue looking at what the benefits are of accessing that equity. So today, we're just going to talk about house equity.
Yes.
Sasha, what do you have to add about house equity?
Yeah, I mean, equity is a great topic to talk about. I mean, like, so many people have it and then they just let it sit there. Like this equity is just sitting there doing nothing for you when it could be doing so much more. So using your equity is like, you can use it for investments.
Yep.
You can use the equity to help your kids go to school. You can use the equity to help your kids buy a house.
You can.
You can use the equity to start a business.
Equity can be used for obviously a lot of things. So what I want to put out there is we still live in this day and age where, and even with all the social media, with all the marketing, with all even the, in your face, we can do a refinance and access that equity. Most people don't access the equity. Borrowers call me all the time. And they're like, hey, I have a lot of debt on the side. I've referred over by a trustee, or I want to look at getting rid of this debt. They actually don't realize they can use their equity and refinance it.
Yeah, no, that's very true. So like a lot of people, they let their equity just sit thinking that they have the equity available for an emergency. But, it's great to have the equity available, but you should make the equity work for you. You know what I mean? If it's just sitting in the property as just equity, then it's not building any interest. It's not working for you. Yeah. It's actually just quitting, basically. So letting the equity just sit there and do nothing, it's not working for you. So you might as well use the equity to get some interest or to make some investments.
Yeah. So I think what Sasha's talking about is using your equity for, let's say, like a Smith maneuver where you can borrow against your equity and put it into an investment.
Yes.
At that point, you're obviously getting a return. So there is different kinds of investments. This is not an investment talk. This is more like, how do you go through a refinance? And that's what it's called. If you're going to access your equity, you're going to want to refinance to access it. So what does a refinance look like? And that's kind of what we want to continue talking about today. Like, what does it look like to access this equity?
Yeah. So accessing the equity, you can do it in many ways. It's all going to be considered a refinance at the end of the day. But the most popular way that people are accessing this equity is through line of credits.
Yeah.
Right. So you go put a Manu one, or if your credit's not great, but you still want to get the equity, there's B lenders that offer these line of credits. It's called the home equity line of credit.
Home equity line of credit?
A home equity line of credit.
Or HELOC for sure.
HELOC, yeah. You might hear us refer to it as that.
Yeah, or SPLC, secured personal line of credit. There's a bunch of names for them, guys.
Scotia Step, TD Flex, MCAP Value Flex, or whatever. So, but I think that's the most common way people are using it. Or you can just do a straight refi. What's the difference? A home equity line of credit, you're going to just only pay the interest on what you use. But if you do a refinance to access that equity, you're going to pay, the interest and the payments on the whole loan amount, whether you're using it or not.
Yeah, correct. So the line of credit, basically, there is an available equity portion that you can access. That equity stays there. And if it's not used, you don't pay interest on the non-used equity.
Yeah. And speaking about like home equity line of credits, like the good thing about those is if your property has no mortgage on it, and you can refer back to the episode we did when we brought in Christian Janice, the real estate lawyer, your property has no mortgage on it, but you should still put one of these equity line of credits on it to keep the title protected. You keep the title protected that way, because if a property with no mortgage on it, according to Christian, is susceptible to title fraud.
Oh, good point. That is a good protection.
So
I
if
like
there's an
that.
equity line of credit on there, it's something registered to it, so it's more difficult to steal that title.
Yeah, I just want to rephrase here. So if I have no equity line of credit and all of the equity in my home, and I don't have anything secured to that equity, you're saying that equity is maybe susceptible to title fraud?
Yes.
Because the equity is just wide open.
Because there's no register on there, right? Like there's no registry on that property. It's totally free and clear. So it's a lot easier for fraudsters to get the equity.
Yeah, guys. So I would say this as a borrower, it really costs nothing to secure an equity line of credit against your home. And once you have that equity access, you can probably use it for cheaper interest rates because they're always cheaper if they're a secured equity line of credit. So either way, if it's going to protect you and you'll have access to obviously a line of credit, which is attached to your equity, why not do it? Why aren't more people actually doing this instead to protect their title? Because at the end of the day, if it is free and clear, I would say come talk to Sasha, come talk to myself. We can hook you guys up and get you a secured equity line of credit. And it's not that hard to get, guys. Just bring in your income. We can qualify you.
Yeah. And just more on that, like, if you have your equity there in the property for an emergency, and you need to access it, you have to go through a process.
Yeah.
So why not just put the home equity line of credit on the property when you don't need it? That way, if something does happen, we've been having crazy storms lately. What if a tree falls and hits your roof or something? You need to get it fixed. Nobody wants to wait for an insurance company. You go through the process now, and you have that home equity line of credit available for when you need it. You don't have to go through the process and waste time then.
Agreed.
A lot of people wait until things happen, but
I'll be honest with you. I'm reading the paper now too, Sasha. And I think the way it looks on paper, I think it's equity. But I would just say we stick with equity.
Equity, yeah. Equity sounds better.
Yeah.
So another good thing, though, to bring up about equity, however we're pronouncing it today.
Equity.
People that want to buy another property. I think a lot of people don't know that they can actually use their home's equity to buy another property, whether it be an investment property or a property for a family member or something.
That's true.
I think a good point to bring up because I don't think a lot of people know that they can do that.
Yeah. So like if you're looking to buy a rental, for instance, you can access your home equity for your owner occupied home and use that equity to put a down payment on the new offer to purchase the rental property. So that's another big advantage. Obviously, we talked about investments and you can use that for your advantage as well. But all in all, just having access. So I would not quit trying to get an equity. I would never quit trying to get one. I would always keep saying, you know what, if you get declined at a bank, come try us out on the broker side. We'll help you out.
Yep.
Another thing, guys, if you want to go to our website, there is a beautiful guide on refinancing. It basically goes through, is it right for you? I mean, if you are looking at this, you might want to regardless, but it might not be the right time. It might be better to just renew and look at a plan, look at a mortgage plan. That's what a broker is there for. We're both mortgage brokers and we can help you build a plan as to what's going to happen in 2 years, in 1 year. A lot of people are taking 2 and 3 year mortgages right now, not even realizing what are they going to do in the second year or the third year, right? The 5 years, it's great. It's a long lookout. But at that time as well, we can always build a plan, let's say 1 year prior to your renewal. So just guys, look through this. It's a beautiful booklet. It was made by Mortgage Suite. It's a great process. It goes through everything for you and it shows you the steps, the costs, and the breakdown of everything. So go on, download this, and we'll also send you a copy if you request it.
Yeah.
Guys, honestly, we're here to help. We're not here to do every single deal. It may not make sense for you to do a refinance to access your equity. But I would say if you do want to come in and discuss your equity, come in anytime. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, give us a call. And if you're finding these videos are helpful and you're liking them and they're making you laugh, give us a like and a share and tell your friends.
Subscribe, guys, because we'll keep making
guests. Come on, we'll interview anybody. Come talk about your mortgage
everything
experience.
And anything. We don't mind.
And if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. And, maybe if we get enough questions, we'll just build an episode around answering all the questions in the comments.
Yeah, and let us know. Is it pronounced equity or equity? Because I'm really getting stumped on this one so far.
I'm going with equity. So you tell us what you guys
I'll also take equity. Yeah. I think it's equity.
It's us versus you guys.
Yeah, that's right.
Let us know what you think.
Comment in the notes. Thank you, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen borrowers, thanks for tuning in to the Mortgage Sweet Spot. If you have any suggestions for upcoming episodes or questions for our hosts, me and Sasha, throw them in the comments below.
And if you enjoyed the podcast, please subscribe to our channel on your preferred platform. We're available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or you can check us out on YouTube. Once again, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one.